Wildman West here for the National Wrestling Clippings Alliance, and tonight we're going to focus a little bit on the Wildman. And the Wildman shows in London, Ontario. This is starting for 1969 when he first started promoting in London, although Frank Tunney was still promoting there. During the school year, Dave took it upon himself to take the arenas in town and do a summer tour there, which basically he was at the time. 1969, 1970, moving on here. We see some Sandy Parker there, the Bear. We see Beverly Shade and Rachel Dubois on that clipping with four men in a steel cage. John Sullivan, who of course was Johnny Valiant, Chief Little Bear, and the Wolfman. Special referee for those matches. Yeah. London, Ontario, Chief Little Bear versus the Beast. And moving along, Chief Little Bear was, as far as we understand now, Rocky Bowley, who was a Canadian star. Walter Von Erich always made the trip back to work with Dave in the summertime when he wasn't on tour, all over North America, obviously, as more famous wrestlers around. Moving into now 1973. And some of the great stars, Mosca had come in to wrestle for Dave in the off-season with Vic Rosatani and Eric the Red, of course. Bruce Swayze was making inroads at the time. And we see some really great stars. And you notice his different ads are all different. They're not all completely different, but different ads for different shows. And some shows he actually had two different kinds of ads. Here we're going to move down to the other end now, and we're going to start off with 1973 here. And this is when the WWA guys were starting to come into town. And Bobby Red Cloud and Chief Bold Eagle, you can see there. Cowboy Bob Ellis, Blackjack Mulligan, Bobby Heenan. Lots of the guys from the WWA were coming into town. And you can see there some of the great cards that there. The Valiant Brothers, Bobby Heenan, and Mosca, Carlos Belafonte, who of course is Carlos Colon, and we've got some Dick Bulldog Brower coming in, and there's a picture of Cowboy Bob Ellis there for a great card. Look, stacked cards for the time. Heenan versus Mosca, Ellis versus Von Raschke, and Ellis might have even been the WWA champion at that time. Here we go, Heenan and Valiant versus Gene Dubois and Carlos Belafonte. Martinez versus Arakawa. Midgets, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches for London Arena, little old London Arena back in the day. And we're moving over here still in 1973. Look at the great stacked cards, fantastic cards. Ivan Koloff made one appearance for Dave. And that's pretty interesting. He was working with the WWE very briefly there. And we've got Chief Bold Eagle, Louis Martinez, and Gene Dubois versus the Valiant Brothers, Jimmy and Johnny, and Heenan. Walter Von Erich versus Mosca, which would have been a great match. Oh my gosh, for sure. We get some more Valiant Brothers coming in. And we go up here to Wrestle Battle Royale. Kangaroos, Mr. X, Eric the Red, Mark Manson coming in from the WWA, and Vic Rosatani versus Cowboy Parker. Fantastic cards, and it shows the talent that he could get. Shows the talent that he was a good enough promoter that he was able to bring in top talent for sure. This is back into 1974, sorry. And then we're moving into the Archie the Goldie Stomper era when he came in early May and wrestled right till September. He wrestled against Martinez, Mosca, Stomper and Mosca. Rosatani took the belt off of Goldie for a while. And then the Sheik started coming in also on some of these cards. So you got to see, you've got Bobo and the Sheik, Rosatani and the Stomper, Igor, Parisi, Martinez, Brooks, Midgets, Lady Wrestlers, and more on one card, July 10th, 1974. Fantastic. Stomper versus Bobo Brazil. And we got coming down here now to Stomper versus Bobo Brazil again for the North American Championship. No falls don't count, no disqualification. Survivor wins, there must be a winner. And there's Stomper versus Brazil again, August 21st. Love Brothers versus Crusader and Jean Dubois, Eric the Red versus Martinez, which would have been a main event anywhere. Coming back down here now, then we see that the Stomper's gone in early September. So what does Dave do? He brings in Andre the Giant. 1974, September 1974, Andre the Giant wrestling for the Wildman. And then Brooks and Brazil. We've got some great cards here. Tiger Jeet Singh versus Stan Stasiak. Jean Dubois versus referee Wolf Jennings. Tar and feather match. Stan Stasiak versus Singh again. 2 titles at stake. World champions Jito and Bipo, the Mongols, versus Billy Red Lions and the Crusader Robinson. Tiger Jeet Singh versus the Sikh, December 27th, 1974. Abdullah versus Tex. Igor versus the Wolfman. Stasiak versus and Eric the Red versus the Lions and the Crusader. And Terrible Ted still wrestling in 1974. And we go into 1975 now, and we have 1975 here. I don't know how many cards he put on, but this is incredible talent coming here. January, February, March, Paphos, Mickey Doyle, Stan Stasiak versus Wildman Dubois, 12-man battle royale. Look at the titles of the guys there. Abdullah versus Firpo. Abdullah versus Firpo. Come on, give me a break, Jesse. Just Sheik versus Firpo. Sheik versus Layton. And Bobo Brazil, the Alaskans, Killer Cox, Eric the Animal, Stasiak, Lines, and more. The Maguires coming in. Sheik versus Layton. Sheik versus Layton. Maguires versus the Paphos. Oh yeah, whatever. Andre versus the Sheik. July 23rd, 1975. And we're moving back up here to May and June. And Sheik versus Dubois. Of course, he's gaining revenge for Lord Alpha Layton. Sheik versus Calhoun. Parisi versus Stasiak. These are fantastic cards. Carpentier versus the Sheik. And we're going to move down here to Parisi versus the Sheik. And then Lewin and Andre. Mongols versus the Crusaders. Look at the cards. December. Back up here to November, sorry. Andre the Giant back in. King Curtis, Von Erich, Lord Layton, Lyons, Tolos, Wolfman, Kent, Robertson, Dubois, and Sheik versus Lewin with the special referee, Andre the Giant. Come on, give me a break. Look at these cards. Oh my gosh. Fantastic. So that's only half of the clippings I have for the Wildman. And London, Ontario, this is Wildman West saying ciao for now.